And welcome back.
Malistaire broke open the sealed caves and unleashed the undead. Why? Deranged as he's become, I can't believe chaos is his only ambition. He was always dedicated to his wife, Sylvia. When illness claimed her, his devotion led him to delve into terrible rituals to restore her to life. I forbade him. He ignored me and destroyed the death school in his folly. Now he seeks the Order of the Fang, a lost sect with their own secrets. We must learn why. There is a being who sees through time with the eyes of history and the future, gifted him by the grandmother of ravens. But his eye of history was stolen some time past, and without it, his vision is limited and his memory addled. Alas, we haven't any other choice. So come with me, wizard, to Ravenwood.
Oh, Bartleby is the GOAT.
Wizard, once upon a time there was the first world, inhabited by primal beings and 3 terrible titans. When the feuding titans shattered their world, the primal tree and Grandmother Raven sang the song of creation and wove its fragments together into the spiral. This is one of those primal beings, Bartleby, the grandfather of trees. He guided me to bring you here, and it's his insight we seek now.
My sight is not what it once was. My gaze has turned foul and my memory is fading. You must find the one from the world without magic.
This is that one, Bartleby. Oh dear. You see, wizard, he can't stay with us. His mind is lost in time, in the past and the future.
Beware the spiders, fire rains, the alligator eats the stars. Malistaire, if you take my eye, my gaze will turn foul, and your spirit rotten.
Malistaire stole the eye of history? Of course! And this repeated bit about a gaze turning foul, there was once a spectre named Foulgaze. He often haunted Sapphira's tower in Old Town. Perhaps his patterns haven't changed. You must investigate it once.
Don't worry, Bartleby. I'll deal with Foul Gaze.
On the trail of the Order of the Fang, Part 2. Still looking for the Order of the Fang. How I did not find the Order of the Fang useless. Who are you? Oh, you're the one that dealt with the Harvest Lord, the Banshee and the Bunny. I was hoping to meet you. I enjoy a challenge. Take a good look, wizard, because this foul gaze will be your last.
Let's go.
While you were busy playing with elves and bunnies, I found every book on the Order of the Fang and sent them to my master. The useful ones, anyway. What? No, not Malistaire. I don't serve Malistaire. I serve Lord Nightshade, Keeper of the Darkness. He serves Malistaire. And he rules even now from the place of our banishment, the hub of our new undead kingdom, the Haunted Cave. You know, the one on Triton. It's ours.
Alright, we're just gonna go to the Haunted Cave now. He told us exactly where it's at.
Jeepers, don't sneak up on people like that. Don't you know this cave is haunted? Isn't this place just wowzer? I heard all the seals were broken, and I had to finally see what kind of ghosts are in here. I read books on these caves. All the books in the library, actually. But nothing makes history come alive more than really seeing the ghosts. Did you come here out of intellectual curiosity, too? Oh, Lord Nightshade. I've heard of him. Mean guy. He lives in that big tower down the way. Well, I say lives. He doesn't live. He's dead. He unlives in the tower. If you go fight him and survive, can you bring me a souvenir? Ooh, or ask him about the realms of the dead, like the underworld or Nightside or Tartarus? I'm super curious. I bet they're nice.
Okay, this is actually a good ring, but not level 10 yet, so keep it for later. Alright, it's the final boss of Wizard City, Lord Nightshade. Sorry.
You truly think to face me, wizard? Do you have any concept of what I am? No mere ghost lost in the ether. I am darkness! King of the dead, Lord of the Nightside, Master of the things in the dark which float and scream. And now you have the honor of becoming one of my subjects.
Alright, so just gonna do normal strats for this fight. I'm gonna just focus the boss. Hopefully my teammates can take out the field guards, but they have a lot of health, so probably gonna need to do more than just a couple rounds here. Yeah, we need at least 2 more rounds. I didn't even do half HP to him, so. Okay, so I think I'm still gonna hit Lord Nightshade here. The other guys are storm, so they're gonna resist me. Haley has more pips, so she can take out the second guy. And then I think Sabrina doesn't have a hit, and Finnegan needs another pip, so... This battle is taking far too long. Got him.
The books on the Order of the Fang? I have not these things. I collected them as gifts. Gifts to the one who freed us. To the necromancer concealed safely in my domain. In the Nightside, where no mortal thing can see him.
Wowzer! Whoa, you survived! Or did you? You two seem solid and opaque, but it might just be the lighting. Nightside, the underplane that sits between the realms of life and death, which can't be seen by mortal eyes. Or do you mean a different Nightside? No, that's the one you mean. Yeah, I've read about it. All about it. It's a real physical place somewhere. You just can't see it. Ghosts can, so you'd need ghost eyes. Oh, or the fiery gaze of something possessed by spectral energy, like those field guards. Defeat field guards and get their pumpkin heads. Then I can do a thing and reveal Nightside.
Okay, this is a pretty good blade as well. Although I'm not high enough level for it. Also, yeah, that was definitely the final boss, but for some reason in Wizard City you still have to defeat some minions afterwards. Definitely a little odd. Well, this fourth field guard is entering the battle a little late, so I'm gonna have to hit the first guy, unfortunately. I like to just hit directly across. No. Could this be triple fizzle?
Wowzer, you did a great job! These pumpkin heads are perfect! Unfortunately, I can't do the thing. I thought I could. I read all about it while you were gone, but I can't. I can do stuff, but what you need is a thing. Headmaster Ambrose knows about things. All things. You should ask him for help.
Wizard, I'm afraid Bartleby's mind remains jumbled. I don't think he can help us. Have you had any luck with foul gaze? What's that you say? You need me to do a thing. Oh my, young people these days are terribly imprecise. Ah, you believe Malistaire is hiding in Nightside? That explains much. It would conceal him from all but Bartleby, thus the theft of his eye. But I see your plan. I can enchant these ghostly pumpkins to transfer their vision into yours, allowing you to see that which dead things see. At least for a short time. It'll take but a moment, and there. It is done. Go now, follow your instincts, find the hidden path to Nightside.
Yeah, it's really not so hidden. It's just behind a waterfall. I mean, if your game doesn't have things hidden behind a waterfall, what are you doing?
A wizard? It has been so long. Have you come seeking the school of death magic? You have found it, and much more. The Death School and I once sat above in the Ravenwood under the shade of the grandfather tree. But in his rage and sorrow, Malistaire stole us. He feigned an explosion and shifted the very land upon which the school sits here to the Nightside. From this haven he conducts his research into what I do not know. All I could do was sit and wait for Bartleby to see us and send help. His eye of history was stolen? No! Malistaire must have done this. He is in the school now. You must fix what he has broken.
Okay, just a brief intermission here to say that Mortis actually has some recipes that you can, or not some recipes, but some spells. So I wouldn't recommend spending training points on these, but if you're a death school, you can already get a couple of things. You can get infection and threefold fever for free. And so for ice, you can get something here at level 10. And then for all the rest of the schools, except for, I think, balance, you get stuff at level 15s here. So for me, on this Storm Wizard here, I have to wait until level 15 to get something. But yes, just pointing that out, he is a trainer.
Master, what about this book? The Order of the Fang was born of, some word that starts with K.
Give me that. Crocotopia, you dunce. And I knew that already. I've been scouring the place for ages. I came back here to find where in Oh, I see. Yes, this book does indeed have the answer I seek. So you're too late, wizard. Yes, I remember you. You fought my minions, thwarted all my diversions, but it doesn't matter. I've already won.
That was very dramatic. It's just a book. Hello there. I'm Dworgen, caretaker of the Death School. What's your name? Did you know the Death School moved to Nightside? That's an odd name. Oh, I get it. I thought it was darker than usual outside. Haven't gotten out much. And my master started bringing me books to study. Oh, and an orb that he said could show us all of history. I have history. No, don't have any. I have new dyes, though, if you want some. Still crunchy, too. Anyway, my master couldn't get the orb to work. So he traded it for more books. We've read everything to find the Order of the Fang. Turns out they're on Crocotopia, in a great... something that begins with S. You should probably tell the headmaster the Death School moved. Don't want the students to miss class.
So Dworgen here is actually the Death School's next professor. So Malorn, back in Ravenwood, only teaches you the first few. So if you're Death School, this is the guy you're going to want to come to for all the rest of your spells. He's also important for pretty much every other school as well, because he teaches Feint here, which is the best trap in the game, 70% boost. Definitely want that for every school, and costs 6 training points if you're not Death. It's free if you are Death, you just have to be level 22 in either case. It used to be 7 training points, but yeah, I think they lowered it to 6. Either way, it's a lot. And I will make sure to come back here once I have enough training points and I'm actually level 22. That won't be until probably after Crocotopia, honestly. So yeah, this is just another good reminder to do quests like Find the Smiths here. Yeah, all the side quests that give training points are going to be very valuable to you.
Some good news, Wizard. The guards are reporting progress in pushing out the remaining undead, thanks to you. Now tell me, did you find Nightside? What? Oh my, this is indeed distressing news. But at least we know what happened to the Death School and poor Dworgen. I'll manage shoring up our passage to Nightside so we can resume proper death classes. But we must still contend with Malistaire. We know he seeks the Order of the Fang, a mysterious sect of wizards from Crocotopia, but we don't know why. With Bartleby's eye missing, we must rely on old-fashioned methods to find out. I need you to follow Malistaire's trail to Crocotopia. Take these 2 spiral keys. They will grant access to the world door inside Bartleby. Even in his current state, he can guide you from there.
that about does it for Wizard City. At least the main quests in Wizard City. Pretty cool, yeah. We're level 10 now. There's a few things that we can do now that we're level 10. You see on the right there, we're gonna get a new spell from
Coming
Halston.
along quite quickly, are we? Come see me when you have a chance.
And I think there's another person that we can get trained from for a different level 10 spell. But yeah, we also get this disarm just now from completing that main quest. So basically this is use this on an enemy and it removes one positive. They call it a charm, so it's like a blade, or yeah, it's really mostly just blades. I don't know what else it would be. And just a friendly reminder that hitting level 10 has allowed us to equip some new equipment that we've picked up on the way. So a new theme and a new ring. But yeah, check all your pieces of gear, see if anything new has unlocked for you. Right now, let's just go and talk to your main trainer. So I'm gonna go talk to Halston. He left me a message saying that probably got something new here. So yeah, level 10 is the next new spell that we get. And for Storm, at least it's a pretty big one. So Storm Stark, 375 to 435 damage. That's a pretty big upgrade. So our first 3 pip spell. So I'm definitely gonna put that in my deck. I don't think I'm gonna need Thunder Snake anymore. Give me a second to shape up my deck here. Okay, so final adjustments. I'm just taking out my heal as well, because our Life Wizard has a way to heal all now. So I can just focus on hitting. So I'm gonna use 2 of my best hits, two each of my best hits, and then 3 lightning strikes, and that'll do it. Okay, so there's still a couple things I want to do before we move on with the main story. Also at level 10, we actually can learn our first spell for Storm School from a different trainer. And so she has spells for most schools. I just believe Balance doesn't have one. But yeah, so there's all different types of shields here. So these are 80% shields, school specific. Obviously, it's going to cost you training points for all of these other ones. I would say it's definitely not worth it to get these, to spend training points on these, but you can get your school-specific one for free. So you might as well. I'm not going to keep it in my deck, though. Maybe only use that against a solo storm boss. You know, a storm boss that you can't have teammates for. Or just don't have teammates for in general, if you're playing solo. Alright, so the final thing I'd like to do before moving on with the main story is finishing the Find the Smiths quest here. So there's a few more. We have Golem Court, Colossus Boulevard. Oops, there's only 2 more, not a few. Okay, so the Golem Court one is pretty easy. Haven't actually been in here yet. There's several side quests in here. And I believe if you want to get into gardening, you have to come here too. But yeah, I have not actually been in here yet. But so the Golem, or the Smiths in Golem Court is right over here. He's right here. Okay, and then the only other one is Colossus Boulevard, which is a whole different street. And you don't actually go there as part of the main quest. So just to show you, if we try to just go into Colossus Boulevard, just one moment while I go there. So Colossus Boulevard is right here. You can see it says Colossus Boulevard. And if you try to go in, you can't. You talk to this guard guy.
Sorry, the gate is closed. No one can pass through without permission from the headmaster.
Right, so it actually is a side quest. It's not like a separate thing, storyline quest. It has its own story, of course, but it is a side quest. So he says go talk to the headmaster. And you can imagine it's the one that says colossal trouble.
I have a very important task for you today, young wizard. Your studies will have to wait. You've done such a great job elsewhere. I could use your magic on Colossus Boulevard. I had to lock the gate because the street had become too dangerous. Professor Greyrose summoned an army to run out the ghosts. Something must have gone very wrong with her spell. The gate guard, Private O'Doyle, can tell you more. Please find him in the shopping district and see if he needs help.
Yep, so you do actually need to accept this side quest. It's the first side quest that I'm accepting that isn't a training point quest. Let's find the Smith's one.
Thank goodness the headmaster sent a wizard to aid us. We could really use your help. Strange creatures have taken over Colossus Boulevard. We don't know where they came from, but they eat everything in sight. We call them gobblers. I admire you wizards. My niece studies ice magic at Ravenwood, but I'm worried about her. She said she was doing some school project on Colossus Boulevard, but I don't know why she has to do it now. Would you go speak to her and see if she needs any help? Her name is Mindy Pixie Crown.
Okay, so you actually did not need to accept that there, technically. At the end, but right before you have to accept or decline his quest, he actually does open the gate for you. So you could decline and go through the gate, but just when you reload the shopping district here, it would be closed again. Unless they changed it recently, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. And you actually do need to come here multiple other times. So instead of just talking to him and declining it every single time I need to come back to Colossus Boulevard, I'm just going to accept it and I'm going to decline it at the next point. Yeah, just going to do this until I can decline, and then I can finish up this final smith. And if memory serves, I'll be able to decline very shortly here.
That's so sweet of my uncle to send you. I'm so glad you came too. I've been doing some ice research for Professor Greyrose, but I had to stop. I really need your help. This is...
So that's actually all you need to do. And there's somebody in here who gives quests, or not quests, sorry, spells. We can go see her right now, I suppose. But yeah, another trainer in here. So I actually can't get anything for free right now. Dissipate, you see she has a bunch of school-specific dispels. So dispelling is pretty good for some tough boss fights. So I will be coming back here at level 22 to get this dissipate here. But for now, like if you're a life wizard, you can grab this life trap. It'll be pretty useful for you. If not, I would not recommend spending a point on it. But yeah, so come back here if you're level 22 for every other school. Okay, so anyways, the reason why we came in the first place was to get this final smith. So he's sort of near Hildreth Perch here. If we go here, I believe he's on this side. Oh no, he's over here. He's right here. And that's the last one. So the only thing we have to do now is go back to the commons, talk to Prospector Zeke, claim our reward.
Well, tarnation, you found them all! I'll find a good home for them, don't you worry. Here's a little reward for helping me out. You more than deserve it for all your assistance. Look me up, you ever wandered the spiral?
Sweet. Yes, so we got a training point, and also his quests tend to give you a badge, a unique badge. But yeah, for now, I'm just going to continue to stockpile these training points. They are very important once you get to a higher level. Okay, so actually, I think I might have lied when I said that I don't want to do anything else before moving on to Crocotopia. There's actually one other little thing we can do. It's not super important to do right now, so you don't need to do it. But we can actually briefly visit a completely new world called Grizzleheim. So if you go to Old Town, so here we are in Old Town, and if we talk to Baldur Goldpaws, he can actually bring us on his big ship there to a completely new world.
I am Baldur Goldpaws, a trader from far-off Grizzleheim, and I have just discovered this world. I have sailed across the great sea of skies, establishing new ports to trade my wares in. I would like to establish trade relations with the merchants here, if they be friendly. Can you help me? If Prospector Zeke is here, go speak to him. Then speak to your treasure card dealer and anyone who sells furniture. If you can do that for me, I will be thankful.
Alright, so I'm going to just set a port here. As you can see, this is a side quest indeed. There's no stars here. But back to Zeke, we actually just talked to him about the smiths.
Hey there, young wizard. How's it going for you so far?
You explain that Baldur Goldpaws asked you to help set up trade relations between Grizzleheim and Wizard City.
That's great. Old Zeke's always happy to do business with the bears. Tell Baldur I'll trade with him.
Now to Harold.
Hello there, young student. Welcome to the library. Can I help you find any book or card in particular?
You tell Mr. Argleston about the trade agreement Baldur is trying to set up.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. I would be happy to trade treasure cards with Grizzleheim. I wonder if we can set up a library exchange program.
Welcome to my shop, young wizard. Can I interest you in some furniture for your dorm room?
You tell Mr. Quickhammer about the flying boat with the trader from Grizzleheim.
That's great. I offer a selection of furnishings from across the spiral. Adding imports from Grizzleheim will certainly be good for my business.
Back to Baldur.
Did you get agreement from the three merchants? Good! You have brought two worlds closer together. You have my thanks. I would like to reward you for your help getting your merchants to agree to trade with my world. Would you like to take a quick trip with me to visit Grizzleheim, my home? It will not take long now that I know the way. You can greet some tradesmen from Grizzleheim and see if they will trade with Wizard City. In Grizzleheim, speak to Thrain Stormfriend, Vider Silverthread, and Dane Goldright. Let them know I sent you with word of new trade partners.
Okay, yeah, so, minor thing, but you can't come here with friends. Not that you really need to, there's nothing to fight. I also just wanted to point out that this is indeed a main quest. You'll see it just isn't very long. But yeah, we are in a whole new world called Grizzleheim. I really do like this world. It is a side world technically, like it doesn't fall directly into an arc of the story. But yeah, you can come here at a bunch of different levels and explore areas. Like I think you have to be level 5 to do this first part of the quest, where you're just basically being introduced to it and a couple of the characters. And then at level 20, you can come back and you'll actually be able to start going to your first real area with enemies and stuff. So yeah, that's level 20. All the way up to level 40, I believe. But yeah, anyways, continuing on.
You look like you could use a new rune-carved ring. I have just the one in stock.
Before he tries to sell you something, you explain about the trade agreement.
That sounds like a great idea. Sign me up. You should head back to tell Balder that we're willing to trade. You there. Can I interest you in a new robe? This is a cold land, and you should try to stay warm. What size are you?
You explain that you're not robe shopping. You're here to set up trade with Wizard City.
Trade with Wizard City? I can certainly do that. I will have to get some smaller sizes in stock, though.
Welcome, young outsider. Where are you from, and what can I do for you?
You explain that you're from Wizard City, and that you're here to set up trade with Grizzleheim.
Sounds good to me. I'll trade with anyone with gold in their pocket.
They're in agreement, then. Good news! We have done well this day. Ready yourself. I will take you home now. It was a pleasure working together. I wish you well in your future journeys.
Yeah, so that's really about it for the first part of Grizzleheim here. It's just really meant to introduce young wizards to this sort of side quest world. It does have a main storyline that's technically classified as storyline, but yeah, it is also a side world, not fitting into the arcs. But yeah, that's it for now. I think it's time to continue on to Crocotopia.